No aliens are coming to Harlem? I get up and tiptoe over to the front door, moving the little slider out of the way so I can see through the peephole and into the small landing. But there's nothing there. Just the two doors of the apartments across the hall, and the blinking light that's needed to be fixed for months now. Behind me, the reporter talks. The Mogadorians, she says, and I roll the word around in my head. They have taken to the streets en masse and appear to be, rounding up prisoners, although we have seen some further acts of violence at the slightest provocation. Prisoners? Jesus Christ, Benny says. I keep my eye up to the peephole, trying to catch anything out of the ordinary. There's a huge bang downstairs, and the sound of wrenching metal, like the security gates being torn in half or something. I leap back from the door, screaming a little bit, and proceed to freak the F out. "It's them!" I say, louder than I mean to. My heart is suddenly pumping 1,000 beats a minute as I look around for some kind of weapon. "Shut up!" Benny says, jumping out of his chair and muting the TV. I'm so scared that I hardly get angry at his words. When he sees my face, his expression softens, and he lowers his voice to a whisper. Keep quiet. Damn. They're screaming somewhere downstairs, loud and panicked, terrified. My breath catches in my throat as I take 5 steps away from the door all at once and back into Benny. There's another scream, one that's cut off suddenly. I start to shake. My breath comes out in quivery gasps. Benny grips my shoulder and pulls me back. For a second, I think he's just dragging me away from the door. Then I realize he's trying to get me behind him. "Go hide," he says, letting his arm fall away. I turn to him. There's something in his eyes I've never seen before. Fear. "Go on," he says. I start to think of the few places I could try to hide in our apartment. Under my bed, the closet, and suddenly I feel like I'm 5 years old and playing games. But these alien freaks are definitely not playing. Our apartment is so small. If they want to find me, they will. The screams are getting louder, closer. They're moving up the floors. I can hear the doors being kicked in now, along with electronic noises like the ones we heard on TV. The sounds of their weapons. What the hell is happening? They're shouting now, right outside our apartment. Deep, bellowing orders to open the doors. I stand frozen in our living room. Benny takes his bat and walks slowly to the door, half on his tiptoes. He leans up against the corner in the entryway and raises the bat like he's ready to hit a homer. He glances back at me, and his face contorts into an expression I'm more familiar with coming from him. Anger. "Wake up, stupid," he says. "Go!" He nods to the window on the other side of the living room, where the gauzy white curtains Mom loves are billowing out in the slight breeze. The fire escape. He wants me to make a run for it. I listen and bolt, and am halfway down to the next floor when I realize Benny is staying back to fend off the aliens and give me a chance to escape. He should be coming with me. What would Mom say if she found out I just left him behind? Oh God, I hope she's safe. So I climb back up and stick my head through our living room window right in time to see our front door fly in. Any hope that these guys were only actors in really great makeup dies as 4 of the freaks stomp through the front door, all pale skin and jagged teeth and gross noses. There's no question that these are beings from another planet. And they're not happy. One of them sees me through the window, his black eyes narrowing. I duck down, hoping that none of the others notice me.